Hola, voy a grabar un poco de videos aquí en el museo de dahlonega Georgia, Estados Unidos. Y ya vamos a entrar. Vamos a entrar adentro. Ahora. Con unos maestros de la escuela.
There you go. Come on this way, guys. All right, y'all hang out right there. Friends, come on over. All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Jason. I want to show you how to do some gemstone mining, okay? Now, here in just a second, I will count you off, and I will sit. Friends, don't sit down quite yet, okay? I'm going to have to give y'all another seat, all right? Now, here in a second, I will count you off. I'll give you a number, and when I do, I will sit you down. Now, when I sit you down on your right-hand side, can everybody show me the right hand? Everybody, come on, the other right hand, young. There you go. Everybody show me your right hand. All right, now, on your right-hand side, you will see a bucket, okay? Now, the first thing that I want you to do once I sit you down is I want you to take the bag out of your bucket and just sit it right beside you. You'll need that in just a second, okay? Now, also in front of you, you're going to have a sifter, and you're going to have a scoop. Now, what I want you to do is take the scoop, put it inside the bucket, and get a big scoop of sand, okay, just like this. Put it inside your sifter. Here's the fun part. Pick your sifter up, turn it sideways, and then I want you to bounce it in the water just like that. Now, what I do not want you to do is set it down, because what happens is, well, your sifter's eventually going to float away, and you're going to flood your friends up here. Now, if you let your sifter float away, well, you're going to start to lose all of that treasure that you're going to find inside the sand, okay? So once you get all the sand out of it, turn it back like this, then I want you to take the bag, open it up, everything you find, you're going to put inside of your bag, okay? Now, everything you find today, guess what? You get to take it home with you, okay? So you get to take a bunch of cool stuff. Now, I have one rule, though. How many rules do I have? One. That's right. And that one rule is you get one bucket. How many buckets you get? One. That's right. But that entire one bucket, it is your bucket, okay? If you see another bucket underneath yours, that's for the other class, okay? So please don't use that. And which side is your bucket going to be on? Right-hand side. That's right. So I tell you what. I'm going to take the first 7, I'm going to sit them down, and I'll come back and get some more of you, okay? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Follow me this way, friends. This way, guys. Over here. There you go. Come on this way. Come on this way, friends. There we go. There we go. There we go. And right here, young lady. Right there, right there, right there, friends. And right here you go. There you go. Right there, friends. Scoot down for me. Right there. I can get one more over here. One more over here. There you go. You're going to be right here, friend. Your bucket's on the right-hand side. There you go. So I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Follow me this way. Come on, young lady. This way, this way, this way. There you go. There you go. Right there. There you go, friend. Come on down, young lady. You're going to be right there. Young lady's going to be right there. Right here you are, young lady. Come on down right here. And I can get one more right there. Right here, friend. Right up here, friend. Right up here, young lady. You get right there for me, okay? And I take the rest of it. Come on down this way. There we go, friends. Come on this way. Come on down, guys. All right. Come right over here. There you are, friend, right there. There you are. There you are, friend, right there. That's good, right there. There you go, right there. Now, parents, teachers, y'all can grab a bucket as well. There's going to be some empty spots over here. Y'all are more than welcome to grab a bucket, okay? Friends, go ahead and get started. Remember, your bucket's on your right-hand side. Right-hand side. Take big old scoops out of that bucket, okay? There you go, friend. All right, friends. Make sure you're taking big scoops for me. Big old scoops. Down, down. There we go. All All right, friends. Make sure you're taking big scoops. Focus on the right-hand side. There you go. Make sure you put all your treasure inside your bag. Make sure you're taking pictures, friends. Ooh, look at all that treasure. There you go, friends. Remember, guys, everything you find in that bucket, put inside your bag.
What is this?
Oh, that is called Mina. That is a piece of citrine. Where's your bag at? Just hide it.
I know I already got some big stuff.
Yeah. Make sure you gotta take some big old scoops out of here.
Yeah, I know I'm getting big stuff. Because I can already see it. What's this?
Now, there you go.
What's this?
That's a piece of quartz. That is a piece of amethyst. Looks like. There you go. Make sure everything you find, put inside that bag, okay? Here, y'all gotta take some big. Ooh, that's all mine.
What that's something clear? What's that? No! Oh my God, something.
Hey, friend. Make sure you're bouncing it up and down, okay? You're about to flood your neighbor right here, okay? All right, friends. Make sure you're taking a big scoop out of there. It's called Mom.
Not get a bunch of stuff.
Aquí estamos viendo a los niños divirtiéndose. Están tratando de encontrar cualquier cosa. Dice que aquí se encuentra oro o diamantes. Es lo que los niños están tratando de
All right,
encontrar entre
friends.
las
Make sure
arenas.
you're taking big scoops. Big old scoops. There you go. All right, guys, once you get close to the bottom of the bucket, it gets very difficult to use that scoop. I tell you what, you can just dump the rest of your sand inside your bucket. There, friend, if you can, put it like this right here, okay? There we go. All right, friends, make sure you put all your treasure inside your bag. Alright guys, when you get close to the bottom, it gets very difficult to use that scoop. I tell you what, just dump the rest of your sand in there. the bottom of the bucket, just go ahead and dump it. Throw the rest of your change in there.
All right. Big one this time. Just start going up and down with it.
What's this?
Pyrite. Called fool's gold.
All right, friends, when you get to the bottom, dump the rest of your sand in there. You need help dumping the bucket, let me know. There you go. Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Friends, once you finish, just sit down, friends. Friends, once you finish your bucket, have a seat for me, okay? Look at all that. Oh, just get the rest of that out. We need all of it.
Still in some water.
Mira
All
lo
right,
que
friends, once you
encontramos.
finish, just have a seat for me. Have a seat. Remember, once you are at the bottom of the bucket, just dump the rest of yours.
Levántale tu bolsita así, mijo. Eso.
There we go.
Quiero ver.
Stop taking it.
All right, my friends, once you finish, go ahead and stand up. We're going to line up right here, okay? Come over here, friends. Once you finish, come over here. There you go. Line up in front of me, all right? There you go. All right, friends, come on over here. Line up in front of me, all right? There you go. Friends, once you finish, come over here and line up in front of me. Woo! Got a piece of latherite in there. Red brick jasper. Friends, once you finish, go ahead and make your way up here and line up right here in front of me. Friends, right here. Line up right here. There you go. Come on over, friends. Yeah. That is called appetite. Yeah. It's called mine.
You want so many.
Victory. Friends, right here. Friends, right here. Once y'all finish, come on over this way for me, okay? Victory. There you go. All right, friends. I'll tell you what. I'm going to need you to hold the door open once again. Friends, single file line. Friends, single file line. Follow me this way.
I got a lot of like it was all like something that looked like upsitting, but it also had like bits of granite on it.
That's a Night Rider theme song. It is, absolutely. Yeah.
Watch one that has about 26 pounds of gold. Yeah, how does it?
26 pounds of
That's
gold.
too much talking there.
Yeah, friends, have a seat for me in there.
That's too much talking over
Yeah, well, we're about to go inside the mine.
This one knows.
All right. Guys, I'm going to have to wiggle right here. I got to find my remote controls. There they are. Yeah. Guys, y'all have a seat for me. There should be plenty enough room for everybody to sit down. All right. Again, good morning, everyone. My name is Jason. Again, now before we head underground, I'm going to show you a short movie. It'll give you some history of the mine and mining in the area. Once it's over, I'll head back in here and we shall make our way underground. So I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and start the movie up, and I'll come in here in what, about 2 more hours or so? Yeah. Is that okay with y'all? Nah, this is gonna be like 5 minutes. Y'all have got to get a sense of humor, okay? And I'll be right back, okay?
Hi folks, welcome to Consolidated Gold Mine. Before you go underground today, I'd like to give you a little background history of gold here in Georgia.
Donde
Basically,
vamos
there's
a
three
ir a
types of
caminar.
mining done for gold here.
Así que
The
en
first
este
type is
video
called
yo voy
placer
a,
or placer gold mining.
ella vamos a pagar,
Then they
vamos
did
a
a
quedar
method
aquí
called
con el
hydraulic
video
gold
y
mining.
vamos a ver si
And then
podemos
finally,
grabar el segundo
they started
parte.
hard rock gold mining. What you're going to go into today is, in fact, the largest hard rock gold mine east of the Mississippi River. The Consolidated Gold Mine is actually 5 mines, and they were consolidated in one giant mill where they hauled all the rock from the mines, crush it, and extract the gold from it. Before we go any further, let's go back to the year 1828. Folks, in 1828, where you are now, this was Cherokee Indian land. 2 white settlers had moved in. One of them was a man by the name of Benjamin Parks. He's credited with finding the first gold here in Munson County. Once he found the gold, unfortunately, the word got out. Within the first year after the discovery, nearly 15,000 men showed up here trying to get rich. And they were known as placer or placer gold miners. The gold they were finding was in the rivers and streams primarily, and it had been placed there by Mother Nature. You see, the hills around here used to be several thousand feet tall and they are now. Millions of years erosion wore these mountains down, and gold is very, very heavy. It traveled lower and lower and ended up down in the rivers and streams. You know, they say if you were lucky, you got here real early in that gold rush, all you had to do was walk down a stream and kick rocks aside. They say then you could literally pick up nuggets of gold. And primarily all the men had back then were gold pans. They did develop what's known as a sluice box. They made a wooden trough and they put little stair steps in. They'd run water down through that trough, and then they would just shovel material into it, let the water carry away the light mud and the silt, but the heavy gold would get trapped down behind the little stair steps. And that was a very, very effective method of catching gold. So effective that it is still used today. Now, the second type of mining began after the Civil War. It's called hydraulic mining. Miners figured this out. We can wear these mountains down a lot faster than Mother Nature. All we've got to do is develop a huge water cannon, and that's exactly what they did. About 7 miles north of where you're sitting right now, Yahoo Creek starts up here in the mountains. And what they did is they dug a ditch. The ditch was over 26 miles long, winding around the mountains, bringing water down to where they wanted to mine for gold. The last 4 or 5 miles of that ditch, they began putting the water into big pipes and gradually reduced that pipe size down to build pressure. Out the end of that cannon would come a huge stream of roaring water, and they would literally wash down a mountain in a month. It would take Mother Nature thousands of years. They ran all that material through a sluice box. All the mud and silt just went right back out into rivers and streams. But it was so effective at finding gold that they actually worked themselves right out of a job. About 20 years after they started, they worked all the loose rock out. And then they had to start going underground. Now they figured out one thing when they were doing the hydraulic mining. The gold, a lot of it, was in white quartz rock. When they're looking through that sluice box at the end of the day, they'd pull up specimens, had gold with it. So the natural thing for them to do was to follow quartz veins down underground. Now most gold-bearing veins here in Georgia will be maybe the size of a pencil. A big one would be 5 or 6 inches wide. But let me tell you what happened. When they started into this mountain, they uncovered a vein of quartz like nobody had ever seen before and nobody has ever seen since. The vein of quartz in here with gold in it was nearly 22 feet wide, full of gold. Your tour guide is going to come right around, he's going to pick you up, and you're going to spend about 35 to 40 minutes underground. He's going to take you down, he's going to show you where that giant vein of gold bearing quartz used to be. Thanks for coming to see us today. Please come back anytime you want to. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.
All right, gold miners, we are ready to go. We're going to head out this